Hi guys, welcome. Some general information about ISOs in general. When you boot up, you get a prompt or an image. Let's go for this one. You get this, right? And this is UEFI. It's grub, it says, right? But it's an option that we have. We have now two kernels. So 3 lines for one kernel, 3 lines for another kernel. And any Linux distribution can be edited. You see at the bottom, press enter to boot the selected OS. E to edit. And then you read. If your machine, there is so much hardware out there, is in dire need, as I say, right, with other settings, you can change it. For instance, this NVMe load is for these NVMe machines, or i915 dot modulo set is 1, has to be 0 on your end. Change it and boot up. Then you can boot your ISO, you install, you reboot, maybe you need to set it again, so back to TTY, go to grub, change the code, and voila, right? So you can change anything you want. And one of the things that might be interesting is maybe, I don't know, Nouveau is for NVIDIA. Nouveau mode set, Arch Wiki Nouveau. Read the page. And here it says in the first line, anyway, right? Open source. That means we're gonna blacklist NVIDIA. If for whatever reason you think this causes anything, any issue, right? Just go like this. And yes, you can delete this PC speaker as well. It doesn't matter, right? You want to boot up. So this is your playground. You can add things, you can change things. You can set Nouveau mode set to 0 and watch, right? Just enter. What should we press? Look at the bottom, press Ctrl X F10. Ctrl C or F2 for a command line, or escape to discard edits. We're not gonna press escape, we're gonna press F10. Right? And then you boot with whatever extras. You can Google things. Basically you're telling to the Linux kernel, watch out for this, do this and add that, and etc. Right? So you can add so many things. And of course, if there are typos, I do think I've not made the typo. If it's like this, for instance, no space, it won't work, right? So a space in between, and maybe you don't want Radeon mode set, etc., etc. Go change, go type extra, because there are ACPI on, and I believe I found on Gentoo there's something very interesting, extra kernel parameters page that I thought, oh my god, like 250 lines of extra things you can add to a specific line like this to make sure that all kinds of parts of your computer are ignored or are accepted or changed and things like that, right? So if you have issues with any Linux distribution, including ours, right, then you go in here and press E, go change, so you can actually boot up. That's the first thing you need to be able to. Then install, and then later on get your drivers set straight. All right, cheers.